Orlando's only luxury shopping destination. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of local elected officials who are joining us today. Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings, Myra Uribe, Orange County Vice Mayor and District 3 Commissioner, Maribel Gomez Cordero, Orange County District 4 Commissioner, and Scott Randolph, Orange County Tax Collector. We are gathered here this morning to officially kick off the inaugural Hispanic Heritage Art Exhibit here at the Mall at Millennia. This colorful and lively exhibition features the works of Central Florida artists along with festive dresses from several Hispanic countries until October 15th. The Mall at Millennia is an important destination in the Orlando and Central Florida community for both residents and visitors. We receive approximately 10 million visitors every year. Due to our understanding and the significance of our property to the local community, we didn't hesitate to collaborate with the Orange County government and its employee-led volunteer organization to bring this amazing art exhibit to fruition. You will hear more about the partnerships and collaborations that took place in just a moment. This exhibit is all about celebrating the cultural richness, talents, and creativity of Hispanic Americans. It is also an opportunity for private sector partners like the Mall at Millennia to engage with the public sector and our community to create diverse and safe spaces where all cultures, backgrounds, and walks of life are embraced, respected, and celebrated. On behalf of the Mall at Millennia and the Forbes Company, we are thrilled to serve as the host site for the 2022 Hispanic Heritage Art Exhibit. We look forward to our continued partnerships in the near future. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to invite to the podium Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings, whose support and that of his staff have been instrumental in organizing this art exhibit. Mayor Demings, the floor is yours.
All right. Good morning to all of you. Good morning. Buenos dias. Mr. Sedek, thank you for inviting me to your mall once again. I'm one of those 10 million people who come here on an annual basis and spend a lot of money here. I'm sure you're happy about that, right? My wife is happy that I come here on a regular basis as well. But this morning, let me just say this. The first Hispanic Heritage Week was observed by President Lyndon B. Johnson back in 1968. When I look out in this audience, how many of you were born at that time in 1968? A few of us were. In 1988, President Ronald Reagan expanded this designation to include the period from September the 15th through October the 15th as National Hispanic Heritage Month. During this time, we recognize and uplift the important roles that Hispanic Americans have played in the historic, cultural, and economic growth of our nation. More than 473,000 people of Hispanic heritage or Hispanic descent call Orange County home, and we're glad to have every one of you in our community. Many of them are on my staff. I see my executive assistant, Mr. Wilder Morales, here, who serves, and of course my special assistant is here, Ms. Elia Torres, and of course we've already recognized Commissioner Uribe, who serves on the Board of County Commission with us. We're very fortunate in our county to have a very diverse board, a board that is represented by 3 Latinas. That is a historic occasion here within our county. We are proud of their active contributions to our community, as well as the influence and positive impact that they bring to the entire region. I made it a priority for my administration to embrace the diversity found in Orange County so that every resident feels heard, valued, and respected. It is important to understand the values of the broad diasporas that make up our community. Events such as the art exhibit behind me aim to promote a sense of cultural awareness among residents and visitors alike. Again, I would like to thank Mr. Sedek, the Mall at Millennial's General Manager and staff for collaborating with the county on this initiative. This amazing art exhibition brings together the private and public sectors, our arts community, community leaders, and residents. It is a perfect example of innovation, collaboration, and inclusion. I would also like to recognize the work of the Hispanic Heritage Network of Orange County, an Orange County government employee volunteer-led organization. All of those who volunteer, just kind of wave your hands real quickly and you can see them there in the audience here as well. Let's give them a round of applause. The incredible small but mighty team is credited with creating life-changing and meaningful opportunities for Central Florida artists. Year after year, they outdo themselves by producing high-caliber art exhibits and cultural events for our entire community. Thank you for your amazing work. And now, it is my pleasure to turn it over to Commissioner Uribe for some remarks. Gracias y que Dios los bendiga.
Buenos días y qué honor como latina estar aquí adelante de todos celebrando Hispanic Heritage Month. Good morning. It is an honor being of Latin descent here to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm going to go a little further. Being a first-generation American of Colombian and Argentinian parents, what I do remember is celebrating our culture every day with our language, with our food, with our music, with our dance, with our artwork. And so as a commissioner, what an honor to come and be in this position and be a part of such an inclusive government and amazing people who work for Orange County that want to celebrate in a much more magnificent way. But the art tells a story. The music tells a story. The dance tells a story. So it is an honorable time to be of Latina descent all the time, but even better now as we go and celebrate and teach and show people how beautiful our culture is. So today, as we celebrate all of Latin America, all the Hispanic countries and islands, and also as we pray for our brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico, let us not forget that we are so proud and honored to be a part of this United States of America. So it is with great pleasure that I get to introduce someone on this board who from the moment I was elected was the first friendly face on the day that I was sworn in, and she now hails as president of the Hispanic Heritage Network, Ms. Marthali Irasari. Thank you.
Thank you. Like Ms. Commissioner Uribe said, yes, we formed a strong bond when we first met, when she first got her oath of ceremony. It is my pleasure to serve as the Hispanic Heritage Network's president this year. And I wanted to ask for another applause to our mayor that always supports our initiatives, to our commissioners, to the Mall of Millenia for an amazing partnership and collaboration. More than anything, for our committee, as Commissioner mentioned and Mayor mentioned, we're a very small group, but we do amazing things. So I would like to extend to our committee another round of applause, please. Thank you. And as mentioned, Hispanic Heritage Month is not something that we celebrate just during the month of September and October. Hispanic Heritage is something that nosotros los latinos celebramos todos los días, en nuestra cultura, en nuestra comida, en nuestro baile, en todo lo que nosotros hacemos diariamente. When the opportunity to exhibit at the Mall of Millenia was presented to our small committee, it was kind of like, are you sure we're going to do this? This is a huge endeavor. But when Ms. Ilia Torres mentioned it, I knew that there was no doubt that this was going to be an amazing collaboration. When Ilia takes anything under her wings, it's definitely going to be done above and beyond. We call her behind the scenes La Máquina because whenever she decides to do anything, she gives it 100%. There is tons of collaborations that took part behind the scenes that we don't see it here, but every time that we would meet, Ilya's like, oh, I got this new company working with us. I got this another partnership. And I would like for her to come on stage and for her to present, because she is definitely the mastermind behind this amazing collaboration. So with that, Ms. Ilia Torres, please.
Good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias, Amelia Torres. I have the distinct pleasure of serving as Mayor Deming's special assistant and liaison to the Hispanic community. And as you have heard, I also have the privilege of co-sharing or serving as the vice president of the Hispanic Heritage Network. Since our establishment in 1999, our organization has been a strong promoter of the arts. Every year we engage in activities to create awareness, promote and celebrate the Hispanic culture during Hispanic Heritage Month. One of our signature events is the traditional Hispanic art exhibit, where the entire Central Florida community, artistic community, is invited to participate. Traditionally, the exhibit is hosted solely at the Orange County Administration Center, but for the last 2 years, we have expanded our exhibition to include partnerships with external organizations with the ultimate goal of providing exhibiting artists with a greater exposure and a wider footprint. The exhibit that you see behind me is the result of the collaborative effort led by Orange County and the Hispanic Heritage Network. As you heard, it's the first collaboration of its kind in the region and possibly in the state, where you can find an iconic luxury retail destination teaming up with local government, the private sector, community organizations, and community leaders. The result, as you can observe right behind me, is a professionally curated and tastefully decorated art exhibit. There are a total of 10 local artists participating of this exhibit, representing Colombia, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, and the United States of America. I'm going to mention your names, if you can wave at the audience so that they know that you're here. And the participating artists are Arelis Quintero, Delis Berrios, Elizabeth Rivera, Jesus Marín, JJ González Acosta, Karina Gentil, Michelle Irizarry, Patricia Cavazos, Paula Andrea, and Janet Monsalve. The value of the pieces alone, not included in the dresses or any of the ethnic decor, surpasses $8,000. I will be remiss if I didn't acknowledge all of the partners and collaborators who have made this exhibit possible. As I call your name, please stand behind me so that you can be properly recognized and you can join us for the ribbon cutting. JJ González Acosta is an exhibiting artist that's participating of the exhibit. Unfortunately, work took him to New York City, so he couldn't join us this morning. Beatriz Andrekovich and Patricia Cavazos. All three of them were part of the team of curators and the creatives behind all the art exhibit that you can appreciate this morning. Also, JCQ Services, JCQ's team secured and transported all the pieces on exhibit and took care of the professional installation of these by providing their specialized labor. So if I have a representative from JCQ here, please join us here. And a round of applause for them too. We do have additional collaborators: Isla Danza, Flamenco Alborea, Raimi Dance School, Janet Monsalve also, Adolfina Ortiz, Shunket Store. All of these individuals or organizations also contributed, whether a traditional dress or some of the props that you see on display. Again, please join me in a round of applause for all the efforts of these volunteers. We truly appreciate your time and your generosity. And to conclude, I truly hope that you enjoy this display and homage to our Hispanic heritage culture. It's emotional to see such a beautiful display of Hispanic heritage and culture, as I said, at such an important property here in Central Florida. And with that, I'll conclude my remarks and invite to the podium Commissioner Maribel Gomez-Cordero, District 4.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos días a todos. Yo soy la comisionada Maribel Gómez Cordero. I'm the Commissioner Maribel Gómez Cordero, and I really love to enjoy all these Hispanic Heritage Month. Since they started until the end, we have a lot of fun, a lot of party, and Ilya, I have to tell you that the mayor didn't receive the memo that today was blue. So, anyway, fue que el alcalde me dice que no recibió el memo de que hoy era Blue Day. Anyway, so thank you to all of you for being here, all the sponsors, all the support that you have been giving us. This is an amazing team that have been working very hard to put all of this together. Ellos han trabajado bien duro para poner todo esto junto, porque este mes de la hispanidad es el mes nuestro. Y quiero decirle que no tenemos que estar en acuerdo para estar unidos, okay? We don't have to be in agreement to be united. We can be united and still not be in agreement. So that means that que tenemos que unirnos, seguir juntos, saben lo que está pasando alrededor, ¿verdad? Con esta tormenta, muchas islitas cogiendo esto, but we can get together and help them. So, our islands and different islands around being hit by the hurricane, but we can be together and, help them and support them. Anyway, thank you, Ilya, thank you, Mari, for doing this, and thank you, everyone, for the support. Gracias a todos por el apoyo. Dios me los bendiga. Le presento a la artista Patricia Cavazos.
Hello, good morning. I'm Patricia Cavazos. I'm Mexican. I was born in Mexico, but I really like to show pieces of my culture in my artwork. Hispanic culture is full of wonderful stories, and the opportunity to have them displayed here in this exhibition through my work and the work of my fellow artists gives us the hope to bring more interest not just in the representation of those stories, but in where they come from and the cultures behind those stories. I'm very grateful to all the people who made this exhibition possible. Thank you for giving us the joy to show our work and our talent in this beautiful location. I am so proud to belong to the Hispanic art community, where everybody gives the best of themselves and put all the effort and all the ideas and the culture behind them to express the pride we have of our backgrounds. Many art pieces were submitted to be part of this year's Hispanic celebration, and because of the space, we just had to pick a few of them. But Hispanic artists are talented, and you can find their stories everywhere. I invite you all to find them, and they are waiting for you to be discovered. Thank you for being here, and I hope you can enjoy this exhibition and enjoy the show. Thank you very much. And now I will turn the podium to Mr. Kevin Sedgwick. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here today. At this point in time, I'd like to invite all of the local leaders, artists, and collaborators to join in the ribbon cutting up in front of the podium today.
So for the first one, we're going to do like fake before we actually cut.
Es como de azul todo, ¿no?
All right. Marteli.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So stay around. We will now be delighted with a performance by Raimi Dance School. They promote Peruvian arts and culture. Raimi?
Quiero cantar marinera a ti, mujer del Perú, que cuando bailas encantas y no hay nadie como tú. Tú bailas con tanta gracia, con salero y emoción, por eso que has provocado en mí toda esta pasión. La magia de tu sonrisa, tu fuerza y gran corazón, y tu radiante belleza, dones que te ha dado Dios. Tienes todo el encanto de esta tierra que es el Perú. Por eso que con orgullo quiero cantar nadie como tú. Eres el orgullo de mi tierra, cuando bailas una marinera. Tú bailando pintas los colores, rojo y blanco de esta mi bandera. Cuando yo te canto con guitarra y con cajón, quiero gritar tan fuerte con todita la emoción. Eres el orgullo de mi tierra, cuando bailas una marinera. Tú bailando pintas los colores, rojo y blanco de esta mi bandera. Cuando yo te canto con guitarra y con cajón, quiero gritar tan fuerte con todita la emoción. Nadie como tú. Y adentro con la segunda. Queremos dedicar este canto a ti, mujer del Perú, porque bailando marinera no hay nadie como tú. Quiero cantar marinera a ti, mujer del Perú, que cuando bailas encantas y no hay nadie como tú. Tú bailas con tanta gracia, con salero y emoción, por eso que has provocado en mí toda esta pasión. La magia de tu sonrisa, tu fuerza y gracia.